What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It's your boy Al. Hope you all blessed. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're prosperous. Hope everything is going well with you. Real quick, I just want to drop this quick video in. And I know I'm late, but I'm purposefully late because I don't like to just jump on stuff because it's a hot topic. When it's hot, I like to actually think about what I want to say about certain things. Not too long ago, Kevin Samuels passed away, and people went crazy. Women went crazy. Men went crazy. There were all types of responses and reactions to his death. Unfortunate death of Kevin Samuels. I just want to say my condolences to his family. Number one, always sad when somebody passes away. That's the first thing I want to say. Second thing I want to say is sisters who celebrated his death, people who celebrated his death, pastors who celebrated his death, to try to appeal to your female congregations. You should be ashamed of yourself. There should never be anyone who makes you lose such character, that makes you celebrate someone dying, who's not an Adolf Hitler type figure. You should never be that triggered by something that somebody dies and you celebrate it. I think that was very low class for anybody who celebrated his death, whether you agreed with his rhetoric or not. That's low key. That's low class. I also want to say this: what he brought to the table that was the most beneficial for men and women relations was, whether you agree with how he did it or not, there is something to be said about his tone with people. I believe he was a very short-fused person. I don't know why that is. I don't know why certain things triggered him the way they did. I do know that he got triggered by a lot of women who would call his show and inquire about some of his rhetoric or debate him on certain topics. But one thing he did do that I think going forward will be beneficial for men and women was he at least made this a two-way street. He made this a two-way conversation. For years and decades even, men had no voice when it came to dating or relationships. It was just always women making the demands, men making the adjustment, women making the demands, men making the adjustments, women saying what they wanted and men trying to be what they wanted. But what Kevin Samuels did was he opened the door for men to be able to say, okay, we're not just receptacles to have everything dumped on us in reference to what you want. We have some wants too. We have some standards. We don't just marry or touch anything that moves. And I think that women, in a more respectable tone, I can agree, needed to be able to hear that. I think it's been helpful for women to be able to hear that you can't just do whatever you want in life and then expect to be able to marry or be with whoever you want in life. It doesn't work that way. I believe he has opened the door for men to be able to voice and opinionate to women that we have standards. I believe he's been able to help future women or young women to know that you must guard your actions and the decisions that you make, because it can hurt you in the long run when it comes to finding a mate. I believe that he's made more women aware in this arena, in this area, to not just be so willing to be a baby mama, to not just be so willing to give it away, to not just be so willing to be out of shape and not care about your appearance or your figure or your weight, because you can't make that not matter to a man. That stuff matters to men, and I think he opinionated in ways that were sometimes unruly that stuff matters to men, and you can't make it not matter because of your opinion of yourself. You can't just run around talking about I'm a catch, but when men look at your life, they say no, you're not, you're not. And so you're not caught. Your catch is not caught. You're wondering why you're not caught. Here comes a man who tells you why you're not caught, and you absolutely lose your mind because you don't like the response that he gives. And I agree. I do know that initially in his channel, he was really directing a lot of what he had to say towards men, and he would get raw with certain men. But men, we've been more conditioned by society and women to take harsh criticism in reference to what we do, how we look, how much money we make. Women have for years told us as men, you don't make enough money to be with me. You don't have this to be with me. You got to have this kind of car. You got to have that. That used to be a song back in the day. You got to have a job if you want to be with me, which I can agree with. You can't take care of a woman without a job. But now women have gotten to the point where men can't even have jobs. Women dissing men who have hardworking men who work 9 to 5s, hardworking men who have careers, saying that that's not enough. He doesn't make enough. $100,000 a year man, a $200,000 a year man doesn't make enough money to take care of me. And when you flip that coin over and you look at some of these women, the men are asking themselves, who are you to make these kind of demands? Sisters were saying, I'm me. Brothers were saying, you being you isn't enough. I'll pass. And so these women just growing old and lonely, wondering why they weren't getting any men that they desire. And here comes a man to open his mouth and say verbally what men have said with their actions. We're just going to leave y'all alone. Men said that non-verbally in our actions. And here comes a man who says what men have been thinking. And when he said it, he started saying this to women. Like he was saying, giving the same harsh criticism to men, women didn't take it like men. One of the reasons why Kevin Samuels went off on women the way he went off on women is because they kept calling the show. He couldn't just, he didn't initially start just crushing women who called in, because there were no women to crush who called in. Women started calling in when he would say what he said, and they would call in to challenge him. Men didn't do this as much. Some men were calling in, he would crush them. Other guys listening would get the point, and they wouldn't call in with the foolishness because they were going to sound just like the Joe who just got checked. But women didn't do that. One would call in, get checked, hang up another one, then another one, then another one, then another one, then another one, and so on, so forth, and so on. Before long, the dude Kevin Samuels just snapped. I believe he just snapped from all the women who just were not getting the message. And the message was, you can't have all these demands and just be you when the man believes just being you isn't enough for him to make you his choice. So I believe that him coming along and giving men a voice was something that was needed, because women need to be able to hear what a man wants as well. A man who's looking for a wife, who's looking for a family. The woman needs to hear what a man wants. And I believe he's opening it up for future YouTubers, the manosphere as they call it. He's opened that up. I hate to see the brother go. I would love to hear more from him, but it was his time, and so we must move on. But I believe in the future what he's done will benefit men and women if we would just not stop screaming at each other and just take time to listen to each other. That's all I got, man. I'm going to holler at you. Holler at your boy. I appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing me. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Don't forget to tell somebody about the channel. If you agree with what I said about Brother Samuels, then let me know in the comments. If you don't, you can tell me to fly kite. It's all right. I'm thick skinned. This your boy Al. Peace.